어?
와 이거 교육 안 시켰네. 야 TMI.
일병 TMI. 장문익.
네 이름값 안 하지?
어?
와 이거 교육 안 시켰네. 야 TMI.
일병 TMI. 장문익.
네 이름값 안 하지?
어?
와 이거 교육 안 시켰네. 야 TMI. 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 TMI.
The lady that agree. He's holding the husband like this.
And the husband, the lady wants to work for.
Lady they said. So how was the fight of two of us? What was it?
Then right click again.
Okay.
It's just like you're refreshing it.
Yeah, it's okay.
Then go
too.
back to microphone.
Mr. President, we are phone quorum. Distinguished Senator Amos, resume your seat. Chairman Committee on Poma, resume your seat. We are phone quorum. We are ready for beginning, Mr. President. Distinguished colleagues, could you please take your seats? And thereafter, order, please resume your seats. Distinguished Senator Yaradua, resume your seat. Can you please? Abdulaziz Yaradua, resume your seat. Paul Somela, resume your seat.
Did you leave your position?
Distinguished Senator Ipisagba, Distinguished Senator Ni, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, resume your seats. Senator Kawu, resume your seat. And confirm that the entries therein are the true reflections of what transpired yesterday. And I begin with page 2065, 2066, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 20, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 20, 87, 88, 89, 20, 90, 20, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97. Senator Ipisagba Emmanuel, could you please move for the adoption of the votes and proceeding? If there is no any alteration or any observation, the President of the Senate and my most distinguished colleagues, my name is Senator Jide Ipisagba, Ondo North Senatorial District. I move for the adoption of votes and proceedings on Wednesday, 3rd June 2026, as amended. Thank you. I now call on Senator Ahmed Abdul Lingi to second the motion.
Senator Abdul Lingi, representing Baptist Central, of the 4th of June, be adopted. I so move.
Those in favor of the motion for the adoption of votes and proceedings yesterday, please say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. The votes and proceedings of yesterday, being Wednesday, the 3rd day of June 2026, is hereby adopted. Announcement. Wish to acknowledge the presence of staff and students of Victory Elion Academy, Nasarawa State, who are here to observe our proceedings of today. You are most welcomed to the gallery of the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and I wish you happy observation of our today's proceedings. And whenever you are done, I wish you safe trip back to your destination. You may wish to sit down. Of staff of MA, Kurudu Abuja, who are also here to observe our proceedings. You are most welcome. And whenever you are done, I wish you happy trip back to Kurudu Abuja. You may wish to sit down. Any petition? No petition? The Senate leader.
Mr. President, distinguished colleague, the first business of the day is presentation of a bill standing in the name of Senator Imasuen Nelda Barnards on Public Complaint Commission Act, Repeal and Reenactment Bill 2026 SB 1040. Mr. President, you may wish to invite the Clerk of Senate to read the short title of the bill.
The Clerk of the Senate.
Mr. President, distinguished senators, Public Complaints Commission Act, Repeal and
Enactment Bill 2026 first reading taken. The leader of the Senate.
Mr. President, distinguished colleague, the second business of the day is presentation of a bill standing in the name of Senator Adebule Idayat Oluranti on the Official Secrets Act Amendment Bill 2026 SB 1041. Mr. President, you may wish to invite the Clerk of Senate to read the short title of the bill.
The Clerk of the Senate.
Mr. President, distinguished senators, Official Secret
2026 SB 1041 first reading taken. The leader of the Senate.
Mr. President, distinguished colleague, the third business of the day is presentation of a bill standing in the name of Senator Azuko Epeyong on the Investment Protection and Investors' Rights Bill 2026 SB 1042. Mr. President, you may wish to invite the Clerk of Senate to read the short title of the bill.
Clerk of the Senate.
Mr. President, distinguished senators, Investment
Rights Bill 2026 SB 1042.
Mr. President, distinguished colleague. It's not there. It's not there.
And the Senate will receive it and then later consider the report. You may proceed.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Mr. Mr. Kingsley Wadu against the Energy Commission of Nigeria. Second, petition from Samuel S. and Esquire on behalf of Messrs. Kalago. Secretary of Conduct be laid and considered. I so second.
Those in favor of the motion say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. You may proceed to submit the report. may proceed.
Thank you, Mr. President. In order to save time, I will start from the observations and findings of Energy Commission of Nigeria, talk out the matter on ground of lack of diligent prosecution by the Commission. And based on that, Mr. Kingsley Nwadi was recalled from suspension and interdiction and reinstated to his duty post with no effect via a letter. I will skip that. 4. That after being reinstated by the Commission, his arrears of salaries and other allowances from 2015 to 2022, 8 years. The committee hereby recommends as follows. 1. That the Senate do direct the Energy Commission of Nigeria to, without delay, pay the salaries and other allowances of Mr. Kingsley Nwadi, denied him during the period of his arraignment before the Federal High Court Abuja as a result of unsubstantiated allegations against him by the Commission. 2. That the Commission that was not able to national promotion rules being used against him. Thirdly, and lastly, that the Senate do direct the Senate Committee on Legislative Compliance to ensure that resolutions of the Senate on this matter are complied with by the Energy Commission of Nigeria. Conclusion. Mr. President, my most distinguished colleagues, on behalf of the Senate Committee on Ethics, Code of Conduct and Public Relations, I appreciate the Senate President and my distinguished colleagues for the opportunity to serve Nigerians in this capacity. I so submit for consideration. With the kind ambition of the President, if I may run through the second report, sir. With the family for his purchase. If the family agrees, a proposition that the Kalogo family accepted if the MPF will approach the family for negotiations. 4. That in light of 3 above, the committee during the investigative hearing on the matter on 11 July 2024 gave 3 weeks window for the MPF and Kalogo family to enter into negotiations for the sale of the land to MPF and report back to the committee on their settlement terms. But to the utter dismay of the committee, the MPF neither approved the family for negotiation nor vacated the land, but continued to forcefully and legally occupy the land against the wishes of the Kalago family. 5. That since in Nigeria, police force failed to approach the Kalago family to negotiate for the purchase of lands as directed by the committee and to serve justice and fairness.
Any comment? No comments, so we go to the recommendations, right? Sam?
Yes, Mr. President.
Yes. On the estate, in respect of River State,
Mr. President, the recommendations are at paragraph.
that is Senate. Well, since there is no comments, I'll go straight to the recommendations. In view of the finding, Maji denied him during the period of his arraignment and those in support of the promotion by the commission that were not able to substantiate the allegations leveled against his arraignment in the Federal High Court Abuja, and therefore his promotion against him. Those in support of this recommendation say aye, and those against say nay. The ayes have it. The recommendation say aye, and those against say nay. The ayes have it. So I want to, in conclusion, thank the committees on ethics, code of conduct, and public petitions for doing a wonderful job. and pray that these recommendations shall be upheld by the agency, the ECN, in order to bring justice to bear on a poor Nigerian who has come to the Senate to seek in respect of a petition from Samuel of the land of his clans at Circular Road, Plot 2, Presidential Housing Estate, Phase 3, Port Harcourt, Rivers State, by the Nigerian Police Force. Recommendation for that delay: instruct Mobile Police Unit 19 officers of the Nigerian Police Force to vacate from Plot 2, the family. Those who support 2 that is sending to the Kalongo family so that the public still believes strongly that the Nigerian National Assembly, particularly the Senate, remains the last hope of the masses. And I hope that impunity will be set aside and the decision of the Senate will be obeyed. So the Senate Committee on Legislative Compliance should ensure that these issues are complied with. Otherwise, they should bring these things back to the Senate for us to take very decisive actions in line with the Nigerian Constitution. So I commend you and commend your contributions, and I believe that justice has been served with these decisions.
Mr. President, distinguished colleague, the fourth order day have House bills for concurrence as listed in the other paper. Mr. President, for interchamber reciprocity, I will present a single lead debate on the bills.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Lead debate on bills for concurrence from the House of Representatives. Mr. President, very distinguished colleagues, permit me to lead the debate on these important bills from the House of Representatives for the concurrence of the Senate. Chartered Institute of Training and Development of Nigeria Establishment Bill 2026, HB 1550. This bill seeks to establish the Chartered Institute of Training and Development of Nigeria to provide for the control and regulation of the activities of its members throughout the country. Federal Road Safety Corps Act Amendment Bill 2026, HB's Federal Road Safety Commission Establishment Act Number 22, 2007, and amend the Federal Road Safety Code, Traffic Administration, as well as the education of driver process in the House of Representatives.
Direct otherwise, and the President of the Senate shall give notice at each reading. Provision of Section 1 and 2 thereof. When a bill is passed by the House of Representatives, it will be committed to the Court. Pending on the floor of the Senate on the same subject matter, such bill may be referred to on the head of a bill. You look at it, and you couldn't even get the full meaning and the intention. Look at the bill and see whether this bill merits enough to proceed in the legislative business. I so submit, Mr. President.
Point of order sustained. Let me lead debate for our constitution, because sometimes they are attached, sometimes they are attached. My own is not attached. Clerk of the Senate, I don't have mine. And so why don't you give me? They are yet to distribute them and we are discussing them. I don't understand. So you are okay, in that case, this is first reading. Because if you
are saying when you go to second reading, they will distribute them. Then that means this is first reading. If first reading has been done, the bills ought to be attached to all, so that we can have a bird's eye view of what we are discussing. So, Senator Ningi, you are right. Because if we don't look at it to see whether it merits going to committee of the whole for third reading, automatically we are just passing what was, it's almost like garbage in, garbage out. We are passing what is coming from there. And it's not in all cases that we agree. And also business, if a similar bill is already pending before the Senate. So that should also be a condition, that no similar bill is pending before the Senate. Yes, Senator.
Mr. President and very distinguished colleagues, I listened to the point of order from most respected Senator Abdul Ningi, and it was totally like you rule, sir, in order. Let me emphasize that copies of the bill were attached, to the league.
Were attached copies of?
Yes. I apologize on behalf of the Secretariat if the one served on the presiding officer was to want to at least make sure we can get the Secretariat to refer rules and business, will refer it to them so that they can help us take a quick look at it to ensure two things. One, that it's in order for us, to adopt the principle of reciprocity in treating this bill, and two, to also ensure that on our record, we do not have any pending bill, that will make
of similar nature.
Yes, of similar nature, that would make that would be affected by the proviso that he had read out. So it's important that we have such an ad hoc committee to help us. I see Secretariat, they are doing their best, rules and business, they are doing their best, but it's important that we also have or choose from among ourselves, a few people who can act as a clearing house, and we can do this pursuant to Order 1B of our rules, to have such an ad hoc committee, to help. I so submit, sir.
Thank you. May I now suggest,
yes,
in line with your submissions,
yes, sir,
that we can go ahead to look at the nitty-gritty of this. This committee can go through the eyes of it. So please proceed. Nobody is opposed to second reading. Senator Mangulu, you came from there now, so say something. You can second the motion for second reading if you don't have any objection.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. President. Having spent about 5 terms in the House of Representatives, protect whatever these two bills are res ipsa locutor. They speak for themselves in the sense that the first bill, the Chartered Institute, the proportions, while the second on any part of the highways as our highways, in lieu of sending to this form, then it should be sent.
Yes, Ningi, I don't know. Do you need to respond?
I'm taking the bill. Second reading.
Okay, go ahead.
Mr. President, my name is Senator Abdul Ningi. That there is no perfect bill. You can make and maintain professional standard, promote ethical discipline, encourage research. These bills applies to individuals practicing or seeking to practice as trainers, as facilitators, as learning and development specialists. And I believe that this National Assembly has passed that establishes professional body by various chartered. This bill to
to look at the function. There is not what to eat. Apply to your own observation. That means you are working in tandem, in harmony. And the same, we can go ahead and look at the body of it. But I think, in my opinion, this bill does not have the required merit to go through the Senate chamber. I so move. I so submit.
Leader of the Senate. Well, Mr. Distinguished Senator Adoniri might feel so strongly about this bill. He didn't seem to have complied even with the rule that he tried to lay. Our rules are very clear by close consideration. Let me again remind us about what we agreed. We are setting up a committee. It's not only about this bill. Henceforth, we are setting up a committee that will ensure compliance with Order 78, a record under consideration, and two, to also ensure that, looking at the individual clauses, the bill itself will pass the tests of integrity and constitutional compliance, that we always look out for before we give.
Leader, the reality, yes, is that this is second reading argument, whether the bill should go for second reading at all. And if you look at this bill, the bill is amorphous. That means that Chartered Institute of Administrators, Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria, Institute of Chartered Personnel Management Institute, we have so many of them. They are all involved in training and all that. Membership and after that, you will come these are clause by clause concerns reading of the bill. Yes, sir. That's in other words, has it passed second reading? And my personal opinion is that no matter how you panel beat this bill, no matter how you panel beat it, the bill doesn't seem to have any Deputy Senate President.
If you take that as your ruling, sir, then that's the end.
I'm not going to rule it. Deputy Senate President, please say something before.
I don't want us to be set a dangerous precedent. It's general principles.
No, not the dangerous precedent. Not everything that comes from the house.
Mr. President, we are descending into the arena.
Thank you. Chief, I've been given the chance to speak. He is also from there. So if you want us to... Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you. As House of Partisan, so it's not good for us to... Mr. President, thank you very much. Even though the Chief will say we have descended into the arena. Anyway, I sympathize with the leader of the Senate. The leader of the Senate is he is the one that has a purview of pushing this bill to course into the next stage of its processing and then eventual passage. Is what he should do, and he has done that eloquently. But the fact remains that this stage is probably to stand down the bill and then consult with the House of Reps in order to let them understand. Because when you look at it, the bill seeks to establish Chartered Institute of Training and Development. Very vague, and is something that you cannot even... We're talking about the National Assembly as a whole chamber. It will liaise with the sponsor of the bill so that we can have a better picture of what's happening. If all by yes, sir. Is the only person in favor of this bill?
Bills for concurrence have come from the House of Representatives before, and we are proceeding of following this matter. These have also come originally for second reading in this Senate. And we have established procedures of, if you don't have objection, especially if majority don't have...
The committee orders And then Senator still discussing politics with I don't know where you are now. At ADC. Which one? Which one are you? Oh, sorry. You know why are you trying to convince him? Allow the man to know where he is. Please. Okay, so we just put you in the committee now. Yes, this order 78, some arguing about it. People will look through it and know the merits and demerits. And the chairman of Senator Abdul Nengi, Ni Adegbomiro is there, Ositangu is there, and then you, the same senator, King Ibe. Please do us the honor of looking through some of these bills. So according to is it the view of the Senate that this particular bill be referred to this subcommittee before being brought back? Those who support say aye, and those against say nay. The ayes have it. So we step it down for the committee to do its work before coming back to us.
We should also look at the CMD recommendations. What things governments
Mr. President, point of order. Senators, the point of order I intend to raise is order 20.
Aye. Something you haven't noticed. Your microphone has consistently refused to work. And immediately I realized that we have finished with this issue. So whether the Senate President
to say this, colleagues. By the first order was earlier stood down. It should be brought back.
of the immediate past member of the board, Honorable Namda, serves for the position of Governor Kozaina Marwa as former head of state of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Birthday at the State House Banquet Hall on Saturday, 13th day of June of my country. In Saturday, 13th June 20 Banquet Hall, Presidential Villa, Abuja. Time 11 a.m. Guests will use the opportunity to unveil the Abdul Salami Abubakar Africa Resource Center, AAARC. I would also like to clarify that the proceeds Abubakar Institute for Peace, whose colleagues arise to now move that the Senate do adjourn to Tuesday, the 9th day of Tuesday, the 9th day of June 2026 at 11 a.m. prompt.